Bryan into it.
Oh, yeah, most
definitely. Watching it. You gonna be there? You gonna be in Chicago?
I will be there. I'll be in Chicago.
All right, guys, we're just moments away from the hottest sit-down interview in this entire business. I'm gonna step into the ring with CM Punk, where he's gonna elaborate on what brought him to this show and what his future holds. Don't go anywhere.
Final words before you break the internet?
I'm not gonna break the internet. I'm gonna break the world.
Right. There you go.
What are we doing?
And
like
3,
surprise.
2, go, 1.
CM Punk return confirmed.
I've got goosebumps.
To see Punk back, man, the internet pretty much blew up.
I am the voice of the voiceless.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
CM Punk has been called a rebel, an anarchist. Oh my God! CM Punk, the best in the world.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still having a very hard time wrapping my brain around the idea that I get to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the best in the world, CM Punk.
Should I do it?
It's clobbering time!
It is! It's clobbering time!
People have been dying to hear that for years.
Just you.
For years.
Just you.
I appreciate it. Welcome.
Only you.
Thank you.
Only you could get me here.
Well, we have a lot to discuss about exactly what brought you here. That's your chair now. We're going to have to put your name on the back of it.
Please do.
Welcome. Guys, CM Punk's here on the show. Okay, so first things first. What brought you back here? What brought you back into the world of wrestling?
I don't know. How long do we have? How long is the show?
I mean, we got an hour. Or I guess a little less than that now.
What brought me back? I don't think this job existed even 6 months ago, let alone 6 years ago. So this is just something that got offered to me. And, you know, if you never ask, the answer is always no.
Sure.
So somebody kind of floated the idea, and I didn't immediately go, oh, no. And something inside me went, okay, so if that wasn't your first initial reaction to just be like, no. I was like, oh, that could be kind of interesting. And it snowballed from there. Here we are.
So why now? Why this time? I mean, I know you said that this opportunity maybe didn't exist 6 months ago, but I mean, it's been 6 years away from wrestling, but now the time seems to be striking right.
Sure. I think wrestling and what I'm doing now are two completely different things, obviously. I do not work with, have any kind of a relationship, have talked to anybody in WWE. This is strictly a me and Fox thing. And I think that's a very interesting dynamic, because here I am, somebody who is not employed by WWE, and let's get down to it.
Yes.
I get to criticize the product. And that's something I've always done. I think that's what made me popular. Mm-hmm. You know, because to a fault, I have no filter in between my mouth and my brain. I've always been this way. And it's just something that now I feel maybe I can do and maybe kind of find my way in the business again.
Right.
You know, like, because there's a lot of stuff that's broken. And I think what the product needs, what the show needs, and what the fans need is somebody without those ties to worry about if they're going to get punished for saying something, just to tell it like it is. It's corny, voice of the voiceless, right? I have no ties, and nobody's going to fire me. I'm not going to get jobbed out, suspended, sent to TV, but told I'm not needed. You know, all these things don't exist in my world anymore. Here I am. If it's good, great. I'll pat you on the back. We'll talk about it. I'll be excited about it. If it's bad, you're probably going to be mad at me.
Good, but you know what? I think that's exactly what people want. We've got CM Punk sitting here in the chair. I mean, people want that honesty from you, and I think that wrestling fans around the world have been craving having that voice back here in WWE. So let's run through what happened last Tuesday, like what that timeline looked like for you, getting here to LA to coming out here with me counting you down to that 3, 2, 1.
I absolutely hated any time the Office would try to work the boys. Like when Nexus debuted and they wouldn't tell me or Gallows like anything that was going on. That turned into a disaster because I was like, nah, we're just gonna start fighting back. You know, and you see me. What am I doing right here?
I don't know what you're spying on there.
I don't know. Gosh. So yeah, it was kind of stressful, and the closer we got to showtime, the more nervous I got, and that leads me to believe that I'm doing the right thing. I made the right decision. It's been so long since anything related has made me feel anything. I'm a guy who wrestled The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and you know, I was just down the ramp talking to my future wife, and she was like, "Your music's playing," and I was like, I'd really rather just sit here and talk to you, you know? And, you know, so the butterflies were a good thing. I feel like I'm not dead inside, so it's good.
Let's just give you a little reminder exactly what some of those butterflies look like.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you with a straight face that I wasn't nervous at all. It's a space that I haven't been in 5, 6 years, compounded by the fans who have always clamored for me to come back to this space.
I don't think I've ever seen you nervous until I saw that video.
Oh, I'm such a cool guy.
Cool dude.
I would get nervous. Everybody gets nervous. Yeah, but I think because, I mean, wrestling was something that, people are going to hate the fact that I'm going to say this. Wrestling was something that I mastered. I felt like I was really good at it. I felt like I was better than everybody else. And I think everybody needs to have that to a degree. But nothing fazed me, you know? And so, like I said, the fact that I'm nervous leads me to believe that, like, yeah, this is good. This is exciting, and it's going to be fun. And so far, I've had nothing but fun.
So far, so good. I mean, we're only a couple segments into the show.
Yeah, I know.
We'll
I could be fired by like midnight. I don't know.
No, you can't. You're good. You're clear, right?
I could be. I don't know.
Oh, well, hopefully not. How many people in your inner circle actually knew that you were going to be here that day?
I mean, my inner circle is very, very small now. You know, that's the funny thing about being outside the wrestling bubble. The people you have that were friends that you realize were maybe just kind of like work acquaintances, or like, you know, there's people that were kind of just around. They fall to the wayside. It's what happens. But, you know, obviously my wife knew. You knew.
Okay, and, brother.
I mean, yeah, very small. 10, 12 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's fun being on the other side of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was grinning like a child getting ready to bring you out.
I don't know. It's neck and neck between your reaction and Paige's reaction, because I feel like Joe was trying to be cool. You know, Joe is, yeah, Punk, he's cool. But you see his face a little bit right there, and then but you and Paige, but you were the cat that ate the canary. You were just in it. I love it.
So how did you feel once it was over and that adrenaline could all kind of wear off and just like, you're done, you're working here, the world knows now?
Yeah, I felt great. There's the relief that we got through it, and I didn't trip coming into the ring.
Thank God, right?
You know, I thought about doing like a Shockmaster thing just because it would like live forever, but nobody would believe me that I did it on purpose. Yeah, and I like I said, I still feel good about it because I'm at a point in my life where I can pick and choose what I do, and I don't have to work with jerks. You know what I mean? And it's
nice
just
people around here, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And did your phone blow up like crazy afterwards? Who was like the most interesting or like odd person that reached out to you?
Jim Ross. I mean, you know, but that's not even that odd to me because Jim's somebody that I still text back and forth with. You know, like I said, my inner circle is.
Tighten it up
it
there.
Didn't blow up as much as you think it would. Yeah.
Okay, so now I have to ask the inevitable questions here. Are we going to see CM Punk step back in the ring? I mean, we've got Survivor Series in Chicago. Royal Rumble's just around the corner. I mean, people love that element of surprise of Rumble.
So regardless of what my answer is, there's somebody that's always going to be upset with it, right? And like, as I've said, I've stated, I work for Fox. I haven't talked to anybody in WWE. It's nothing that I'm actively pursuing or interested in. But I'm 41 years old, and I've lived an experienced life where I know to not say no.
Sure.
But I mean, that's going to be a bridge that is going to have to be built, and it might take as long as building the Great Wall of China, because there's some hurdles. There's some hurdles there.
But if I'm somebody on the internet right now, I can officially say, so you're telling me there's a chance.
See, don't be that person, Renee.
I'm sorry.
Don't be that person.
To be that
They're going to start chanting my name at shows, and
because that stops.
People are going to be upset about it.
Okay, so fine. It's not happening right now. It's the never say never situation. But you've been away from wrestling for 6 years. To come back and watch it now, I mean, you tweeted the other day about not having watched wrestling for the past 6 years. What do you think of the product right now?
I think of the product as the same when I left it. I think wrestling could be so much better. It could be so much more. You know, obviously there's a reason myself, yourself, everybody who puts on a pair of boots fell in love with professional wrestling. And I just think, regardless of what I think of the product now, the opinion is the same as when I was there. Like, stuff's overproduced, stuff's micromanaged. I think the best characters, the people that the fans love the most throughout all of wrestling, are the characters that they get to figure stuff out themselves instead of being told what to do by somebody who maybe never done anything or never been anywhere and never drew money, brother. You know, so I think there's a lot wrong with it, but I see a lot of bright spots.
So what are some of the bright spots? What's something that you're seeing right now that you are digging?
I like all the women. I don't like the forced, you know, women's revolution thing. I just let the women be the women, and they'll show you why they kick ass and why they belong. And you don't need to put a hashtag label on everything. I like, selfishly, I think I like the NXT thing because obviously I see myself in a lot of that. I was an indie guy. I was in WWE developmental and told I was never to be brought to television. So I know the struggle. And I think those are the characters that are, for lack of a better word, less tainted. You know what I mean? They still feel new. They're like they're like the new toys. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm going to be, you know, back eventually, and we can talk more about it.
Oh, yeah, we've got lots to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of wrestling on television.
There's a ton of it. I'm glad that we're able to get your opinion on it now, and we're super, obviously, happy to have you here on the show. But thank you for filling us in on everything. I think that I can speak for everybody here when I say that we are very excited to have you here on board. But, Punk, do not go anywhere, because I hear that you're going to be cutting a promo later?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm always cutting promos, right?
Well, this one's going to be official. Tune in.
Here comes David Arquette. What's left of him? Who gets going to pinball here? Spear by Arquette. Oh, Jarrett's got the belt. Kimberly went down in a heap. 1, 2, 3. What? David Arquette won the world title.
He won the WCW World title almost 2 decades ago, but most people know him from major movie roles such as Scream and Never Been Kissed. Please welcome the star of the 2000 WCW vehicle, ready to rumble, and indie wrestling darling, David Arquette. How are you feeling? What's going through your mind right now? You doing good?
I'm feeling good.
All right.
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I'm a huge WWE fan. Huge fan of all yours. So, CM Punk's here.
I'm here.
He's here.
Everybody's fired up. The whole internet's going crazy right now.
Yes. I love how happy you are.
I like this too. I like where this is headed. All right, so David, we know that you are no stranger to all of this here, so I think that we're all kind of expecting pretty big things here from you. It is now time to kick it off. It's time for Promo School!
Promo School!
Tuition is so high here at Promo School. We're going to get you with bills.
All right, so there's some rules here to Promo School, of course. We're going to be grading you from F all the way up to A, depending, maybe an A+, depending on how you do. So a lot of pressure. You got
lower your expectations.
You've got good guests here, or judges rather. Do you got some advice for David?
I don't feel like I need to give David Arquette advice. Like, on top of being, you know, an actor and Scream, he's been everywhere. He's a pro wrestler himself. Yeah. So I feel he knows what he's doing, and I don't want to taint anything he's going to do with what my advice would be. So, you know, David Arquette, you do you. You do whatever you want.
You do you, boo. Ember?
Just keep it high energy, high octane. But, you know, most of all, maybe even throw in a reference to one of my favorite movies that you were in, Eight-Legged Freaks. You know, maybe we'll bump up that letter grade.
All right.
You know?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you got some great advice, but every week you get a target, and it's not going to be one of these guys. No, this is how he wanted to be introduced. The baddest mother on the planet. He is straight from the hood. It's Booker T.
Sucker.
All right.
Oh, snap.
Oh, look at him go. Look at him go. There he is.
Big left.
Keep it serious, Booker. This is it's real life heat here.
You've been waiting on this a long
Real life
time.
heat.
Arquette, let him have
No,
it.
keep the jacket on. No, keep the jacket on. Yeah.
Jacked up.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right.
I know why you did that.
Yeah.
I know why you did that. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let him have it. Go
Already
for
started.
it.
Do it.
What you got?
This is my turn?
You got just your turn, right?
My turn, Booker
Do what you
T. You only got one. You should have 5, right? You know, you should give that one to me. Because I was the champion before you. That's right.
Who's first?
And, you know, I've been on all the screams. And I can make you scream, too.
Yes.
Or maybe I should wait to hold that for your wife. Wait. No, I'm sorry. Didn't you meet your wife on the set of Ready to Rumble? Thank you very much.
Wow.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Booker T, you know, my whole family is in the business. My sister won an Oscar, and she still didn't carry me as much as Stevie Ray carried you.
Wow.
Yaks! You know what that T stands for? You totally should have given up your career after WCW. I'm sorry. That's not nice.
Wow.
That's not nice. But CM Punk's here. We're all really excited.
Yeah, we are.
Now, if he goes back to wrestling, maybe the fans will start screaming my name when they see something they don't like. Yeah, no problem. You know, I may have had a terrible wrestling career, but it was way better than your MMA career. I'm sorry. It takes a lot of guts just to step in the ring. Honestly, we're happy you're back, CM Punk. I saw your interview on Vanity Fair. It was very inspiring.
Yeah.
You love wrestling. I love wrestling. And Booker T, you might not. And Booker T, maybe you're not supposed to say this in a promo, but I love you. I know, it turned
Okay,
bad.
so that was pleasant. It turned great now.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got to give you your grade here. I'm giving you a D+. So here's the thing. But look at
Renee, I had jokes about you too.
Give it to
Well,
him.
you should have hit me with them. Listen, I started out as a B+, but then it turned into a diatribe, and you went on too long to a Vanity Fair. I had to drop your rank, my friend.
I didn't see the light. I'm used to a red light going
You
off.
got no red light there, Punk. Would you give it? Oh, damn. Okay. Okay,
I was just
I'm
kidding.
still a shucky ducky
Listen,
quack, quack.
I'm going to be the hardest judge for promo class of all time because it's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
You get an F-.
Oh, my God.
And it's because I think you thought I was going to be offended at the MMA comment. I wasn't. You should have went with it, and you should have went 100% with it.
Okay.
That was my problem with it. You kind of meandered there. Like you had the good material, but I didn't believe it. You should have just railroaded me.
That's true.
Yeah, you should have just been like, 0-2, you're a bum, which is, completely fine with me. It happened. It's real life. Use it. And I feel like this is less promo and more like battle rap where we're just like, you know what I mean? Like insulting each other. So just do it. You just do it.
I hear you.
So when you come back, maybe we can, maybe next time.
Thank you, man.
can
You
get
inspired me to get
the F+.
back in the ring because smaller guys were wrestling, like you and Daniel Bryan,
He's small.
Hornswoggle. I mean, it really inspired me to get back in the ring.
Ember, what did you rank David Arquette's promo?
It was hard. There was no Eight-Legged Freaks reference in there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with the C-. It was a little all over the place, Booker was right there in front of you, staring you down. Like the digs were good. They were okay.
You
you
brought
know?
the queen into
and
it.
then,
I
you know.
love bookers.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to be the booker.
It's hard.
But I was going to call him the two-legged freak with that spinneroonie.
All right, Paige,
He's
what do you got?
C+ now. C+.
All right, so I'm probably the kindest one on here today. But yeah, I'm going to give you a C.
Oh.
You know, and I'm being biased because I really do love Friends, and you're in an episode of it. That's the only reason, but it did go on too long. It was
That's
very,
pretty much
very long.
what I got in school anyways.
Yeah,
All right, so
same.
you got your grade, which is great and all, but here's the problem. You mentioned that man's wife.
Yeah.
The
You don't
kindest
talk about a
promo
man's
on you.
woman.
I love her.
You better put that
You don't
jacket
talk
back
about a
on,
man's
because this
woman.
one's going to hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready? I mean,
Take it to the
come
hood.
on. Let's do this like it's supposed to be done. Let me put that belt down for a second because, you know, David Arquette, he roll up in here like it's 1980 with that jacket on like it's the Jackson 5 victory tour. So today, I'm going to call you Tito. Because Tito, he always got the scrap.
Give me some tissues.
Tito was the one that never got the girls, and that's kind of like you. I mean, he did, what was that? Ready to Rumble, it was pretty good. He did Scream, it was all right. He did Eight-Legged Freaks, but in the last 20 years, this man ain't done nothing that didn't go straight to DVD, and we all know that. But let me tell you something. It was April 26th, 2000, the man showed up in WCW. He was challenging for the WCW Championship versus Diamond Dallas Page. Oh, how did that go for him? Oh, he walked away, the champion, then to the back, into the dressing room. Who is he sitting across from? Booker T. Oh, lowly Booker T. He asked Booker T, hey, Booker T, how many times have you won the world championship? And I look at David Arquette, and I say, I never won the WCW championship.
True story.
David Arquette, he looks back at me. I look back at him like I want to go whoop his ass. But I say, no, I ain't going to do that. David Arquette commenced the next night, go out on national television, and he holds that title up and he says, hey, I don't deserve this title. People like Booker T deserve this title. People in the back that's working real hard, they deserve this title. That showed me what kind of person that David Arquette really was. I know he came up here and cut a promo on me, but the last words he said was, I love you. And I must say, brother, I love you because if it wasn't for David Arquette, the spark that lit the flame, Booker T may have never became one-time champ.
No,
I appreciate that, bro.
You're the
I appreciate
greatest.
that.
Dan,
I appreciate
I'm
it.
sorry.
You guys got soft.
What is promo school turned into?
What kind of
What
promo school?
happened to you,
Did
Brooke?
you dig that, sucker? Hey, what you doing with that?
What happened to you,
That was
Booker?
nice.
You were-
Hey, man, I couldn't go hard on him,
Nice
man.
job.
This is the guy, man. If it wasn't for this guy right here who went out on national television and said, I don't deserve this, Booker T is the one who, you know, that means a whole lot to me, and I
You
owe this
really
man
are
a
the
whole lot. I
greatest.
appreciate
I hate to
it, bro.
break up this love fest, but we got commercials to get to, so sorry, guys. Survivor Series is just 4 days away, and there's plenty to sort through. Is King Corbin due for a beating at the hands of the big dog? Our panel breaks it all down when we return.
And that's Tyson Fury, the lineal world champion. Wait a minute, where's Fury going? Welcome to the WWE, Mr. Fury. Fury hit him with a right bang. The Gypsy King. Fury just ran through everyone.
I'm the heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, Tyson Fury isn't the only heavyweight champ curious about a WWE appearance. His past and maybe future rival Deontay Wilder was on Inside PBC Boxing on Fox on Sunday and had some interesting words to say about whether he could make a role like that work.
If that opportunity came about, I could see myself jumping out of a ladder or something like that, doing a flying elbow. Something like that. Saying bomb squad on top. You know what I mean? I got the character to be able to perform in that environment. So, you know what I mean? It'll be something fun. I wouldn't turn it down if it came.
Oh, I like where that's headed. I'm sure that we would all love to see a little bit of that. But first, the self-proclaimed bronze bomber must take care of business this Saturday against Luis Ortiz in a rematch of the 2018 Fight of the Year candidate. Do not miss this one. You can order it on pay-per-view or via the Fox Sports app. And there's even more action this weekend. Survivor Series is this Sunday. Will it be SmackDown, Raw, or NXT that reigns supreme? Tune in to find out only on the WWE Network. Well, the past couple of weeks of Raw and SmackDown have been building towards Sunday's Survivor Series. One such rivalry has been bubbling over lately on Fox these past few weeks.
It is no longer Roman Reigns' yard. It is my kingdom. I'm going to invite the big dog himself down here right now.
Hey, Cole, here comes the big dog.
King of the Trophy.
Hi.
Hi, how you
This
doing?
is your time to take the floor and let them have it.
Yeah, this is something that, the less said about it, I think is better. It makes me reconsider doing this show.
Oh.
Wow.
You didn't like it?
Did you like it? You can't possibly defend that. Like, the creative's bad. Like, I don't know anything about Baron Corbin, really. He's one of the newer guys that I gotta check him out, but that's a bad start. What did you think of it? Garbage.
Don't even get me started.
It was garbage, right, Paige?
All right, thumbs down. I got a big thumbs down.
Bad influence.
So Roman and Corbin will actually be on the same team at Survivor Series in the 5-on-5-on-5 matchup featuring the best of the three brands. But now it's time to jump into Pay It Off. Booker T, we are going to be starting here with you. Who should shine the brightest in the men's Survivor Series matchup?
Well, I was watching, and Corbin came out on Monday, and he said, I see two weak links, already. And one of them was Mustafa Ali. And Mustafa, he's a guy I look at right now. He's got his back against the wall, first and foremost. He's one of those guys that's been put in the corner. You think one way about Mustafa Ali immediately, but this guy got so much talent, and for him to be in this environment, to be able to go out there and show it, I think he's going to be able to go out there and shine like new money. Like my daddy always used to say, Cream rises to the top. And right now, Mustafa Ali had this chance to rise just like Cream, baby.
We're going to have to wait for this Sunday. And now
it's going to be good.
On to the ladies here. It's a women's triple threat match between the champions Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Shayna Baszler. Paige, how do you think this one should go?
I think you're just deaf staring at me right now. I could bad influence already. You already get me into trouble. Okay, so I think Bayley should be the one. That's right, Ozzy.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it should be Bayley. Obviously, I'm Team SmackDown. She deserves it. But I love Shayna. I think she's great. I think she's had a really good run at NXT. She's already super strong. Becky doesn't need any more elevation. I mean, she's the queen right now. She's incredible. But I think Bayley's turn into the heel role now, I just feel like should be have a little elevation in this match. Like, showcase what she can do. Now she's like everyone's favorite role model,
So we're sticking with Bayley.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right,
SmackDown,
Bayley across the board. Now it's a David versus Goliath type scenario here for the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar gets Rey Mysterio. But as Paul Heyman announced last night, it's going to be a no-holds-barred matchup. Punk, how do you think this one should be paid off?
I think this is something that the fans are going to be happy with. When pro wrestling is great, it's great. And this is something that could be great. Rey is phenomenal. I love him. Brock, motivated, is amazing. This match could give the fans exactly what they want, and they could tell a story that the medium of pro wrestling only can. I definitely think the Chicago crowd will be the third person in that ring, so to speak, and they are going to elevate the match. They're going to elevate the entire product, and I think this is like a diamond in the rough. I think these guys are going to go out there and put on a show.
In Paige, you got that no-holds-barred matchup. You called that.
Oh, I did. See?
Called it, girl.
I'm good. Wrong. I'm good.
So Bray Wyatt became the Universal Champ at Crown Jewel by beating Seth Rollins, and now he has his sights set on a new target. Things came down to a head Friday on SmackDown.
This is my favorite new toy. Do you want to come play?
No, I am not going to go back there and play with you and your puppets. But if we're going to do it, let's do it for the Universal Championship.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Ooh, all right, so it's two of the top talents in the WWE squaring off. Booker, how should this one go down?
Well, we was talking just last week about, heels. Who's the best heel in the company? I said Baron Corbin. And then I look at Bray Wyatt right there. I look at The Fiend, doing his work. He's actually starting the yes chant, getting Daniel Bryan already prepped for what's getting ready to go down. Now, my thing is this. Daniel Bryan is the perfect matchup for a guy like Bray Wyatt. You know Daniel Bryan, he can go all night long. He was the guy when he first came out. I used to say, that's my boy D. Bryan. I didn't say that, just for no reason. I thought this guy was a talent that was going to rise to the occasion every time. And in a match like this, with Bray Wyatt. We're going to see the ultimate, the full maximum of talent that Daniel Bryan actually has.
I cannot wait to
the
see
guy's
the matchup.
good.
This is what we need, a little meat and potatoes.
Sometimes he's poetic.
That blue title.
And the blue title.
Don't even get me started, dude. He's just like stirring it right now.
Punk, we got a thing here for you. Your friends Living Color. They're loving that you're back.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I'm back too. These guys are great. But listen, Cult of Personality was my 1989 Indians Little League song. So what up? It's been with me my entire life.
Oh my God! Well, fans weren't the only ones who are excited about what CM Punk's arrival here in WWE Backstage last week. What could it mean? We find out what Seth Rollins had to say about it when we return. On this day, 7 years ago, CM Punk celebrated 365 days of his eventual 434-day reign as WWE World Champion. That reign is the 6th longest in the history of the company and the longest since Hulk Hogan's 4-year reign at the peak of Hulkamania. Now, it's been almost 6 years since CM Punk appeared in any capacity in WWE TV. He's one of the most popular wrestlers of this era, and that's why he emerged onto our stage last Tuesday. The response was like nothing that we've seen.
Just when they think they got the answers, I change the culture. I'll see you here next week.
The best in the world is back in WWE. I instantly jumped up out of my bed.
I almost cried.
I was like, wait, what? I was shocked. Couldn't believe it. I cried. Welcome to CM Punk and FS1 Fox. What a great partnership.
I'm the best in the world. CM Punk is the #1 legit best in the world.
He's the best in the world. Pure excitement. Nobody thought he was going to come back.
I'm just here to support my husband.
I am CM Punk, and I am the voice of the voiceless.
We have a guy here, Seth Rollins. He says he's the best wrestler in the world. I think you want to prove him wrong. I need you to come back, and I need you to destroy AJ Styles.
We come back, no Booker T in there with you. Tell me you did not just say that.
The wrestling world doesn't just want you. It needs you.
You should come back because I love you.
It's been 6 years, man. Come back. We want to see you back in the ring, man. Give the people what they want.
It's overtime!
CM Punk! CM Punk! CM Punk!
They don't just want you, they need you. Did you hear that?
That little girl.
Got your heart.
Oh my gosh.
He's a nice guy.
Don't tell anybody.
Another thing that happened when CM Punk celebrated 365 days as champ was the debut of The Shield. Now, one of those members had some words for him after a surprise debut on WWE Backstage last week. So Seth tweeted, "Fight me, CM Punk," the day after you appeared. And then yesterday, he actually replied to another interesting series of tweets. What does Seth need to do to get his edge back? What is he missing right now?
I would like to remain my journalistic integrity and to be intact. This isn't the show.
Throw that out the window
this
right
isn't
now.
the show where you come on and shoot your little angles. Seth needs to stop tweeting and realize that sometimes it's better to be viewed at as the fool when you shut your mouth or you open your mouth and remove all doubt.
So I guess like another question I have to that too is, I mean, looking at those Shield guys, I mean, looking at what Roman Reigns has done, he was somebody that never really
Those Shield guys. Who's your favorite?
I like them all equally. But looking at Roman Reigns and how he kind of handled his rise to success and being put in that top spot to how Seth has handled it, how do you think that they've kind of come out after that?
Well, it's a hard job. I mean, and it's, the word oversaturation comes to mind. When you're in the spotlight for as long as they have been, it's hard to stay fresh and constantly reinvent yourself. So, I think they're both, the top guys, and I think sometimes that can wear on fans.
How difficult can it be? I mean, you've been in a situation with you and your significant other, both being in that spotlight. Is that hard to balance between him and Becky?
Yeah, that's super hard to balance. But it's almost just like if you're on the road, that's where you see each other more often. So it for sure helps.
All right. Any constructive advice here for Seth?
Yeah, stop tweeting.
Just stay off Twitter.
Stop. Yeah, go on it.
Period.
Just go on a hiatus. Delete it off your phone, dude.
That is a good move. Everybody should just take Twitter off their phone every once in a while, you know? It's good for you. Good for the heart, good for the soul. Take a break. All right, well, there it is from... So don't tweet you specifically, right?
Just don't tweet anybody. Delete it. You're not doing yourself any favors.
All right, well, this show has absolutely flown right by, but we are not done yet. When we return, a certain mouthy celebrity with a Stephen King tattoo is going to be on the receiving end of some social media smackdown, courtesy of the one and only CM Punk. It's the last Friday Night SmackDown before Survivor Series, and it's highlighted by a 6-man tag team match with Roman Reigns, Mustafa Ali, and Shorty G taking on King Corbin, Robert Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. Catch it all at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. All right, so we got some tweets here. See, people are loving you, Punk. Look at this. Let's go, Punk. Glad you're back. I was crying. Best in the world.
That's a good one.
We love it. That's a lot of exclamation points. CM Punk letting him have it. Goat.
Goat.
Goat. He's a goat. CM Punk and Paige are going to be a duo I can see myself enjoying.
You're welcome.
Get that swear jar ready, y'all. So here's the thing. Some of the people on the internet like you very much. However, not everybody was feeling the exact same way. So I think it's about time that we do a little...
Get a warm-up.
Social media smackdown. Okay, so first things first, though. Look, I mean... Oh, okay, we got it right here.
What
Arnold.
is this?
I love CM Punk, too. He weighs like $150 now. I could probably take him, night blindness and all. Why's he got a problem with you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like Tom Arnold?
Like Tom Arnold.
Like Tom Arnold's famous for marrying Roseanne Barr? Tom Arnold?
Yeah.
Tom Arnold, look, okay, what 7th level of hell did I die and now reside in where every day of my life now is just, oh, Tom Arnold is making fun of you. Oh, Seth Rollins is tweeting you. Like, I don't want this. I didn't ask for any of this, and you shouldn't ask for this either, Tom. I mean, Jesus Christ. If I wanted shit from you, I'd scrape your tongue.
Yes!
You have a tattoo of Roseanne Barr on your chest that you covered up with a tattoo of Stephen King. And this is coming from somebody who has a tattoo of ramen, all right? You lose the stupid tattoo contest just like you would lose the promo contest. And I don't care if I'm 150 pounds, if I'm 200 pounds, you couldn't take me bowling. So take your fake... Cubs fan, LA Dodgers hat wearing ass and get out of here before I throw you out the front door. Go search for relevancy somewhere else, Seth. I mean, Tom.
Did you hit into that? Did you hit it? He said Seth. He tried to get back in the ring. He tried to get back in. No, that's what it is. Am I right?
No.
That wasn't a slip
It was
up?
a Freudian slip.
You sure that was a slip up, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure, but I'm sure.
Damn, you got him.
The cuss jar is over now.
I heard
You
him.
swore.
You can't swear?
I heard him.
Nope, but you
It's in my contract. It says I can swear. I can do what I want.
That's it for WWE Backstage. You know where to catch us next time. Same place, same time, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on FS1. Thank you, of course, to CM Punk, David Arquette, Booker T, Ember Moon, and Paige. See you guys next week. Yeah. Get that swear jar out.
To sell.
Yeah.
Sell it, man. Sell it.
All the time, thinking of nothing but you. We go run around town, move it all up. Girl, you know you got the good. All on my mind, all the time, thinking of nothing but you. We go run around town, move it all up. Girl, you know you got the good. All on my mind, all the time, thinking of nothing but you. Run around town, move it all up. Girl, you know you got the good. All my mind, all the time, thinking of nothing but you.